Dee 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 dee. Keto living is the life for me. Coffee, cooking, and recipes. Spending my days with my doggies. So be a sport. Set your alarm for Wednesdays for the Warden's Report.
You're like, Shelly, where is that? We're in a hotel. And I want to do a huge shout out to Mama Bear Lynette. Thank you so much, y'all. She actually paid for our hotel room tonight. Thank you for doing that. That is so generous and so thoughtful. I really appreciate it. So if you tuned in last week, you heard no electricity and still, so over 24 hours, no electricity, y'all. Centerpoint is saying, that's our electric provider, they're saying that it should be up and running by the end of tonight. Whatever that means. They still don't give a time. But, so we're here, we're not too far from the house. What, about 15 minutes from the house? We're at a Drury Inn. And I'm going to show y'all some stuff. So, the Drury Inn, A, it's pet friendly, which is important. And B, they do free breakfast and free dinner. We went down to see what they had for dinner, right? And it was stuff like, what is it, baked potato.
Yeah. And French fries.
Oh, French fries.
When he opened up, showed the potatoes on one side of the divided tray. On one side was baked potatoes, the other was French fries. It looked like it.
And then they had some kind of pasta Alfredo.
Right.
Some grilled chicken strips, which they were okay. I'm sure it has something wonky in it. Chili, but the chili had beans. Ugh. And we're in Texas. And then, yeah, salad mix. And then some, you can make your own nachos. So, needless to say, we were like, eh.
We got chicken, tomatoes, and jalapenos.
Yeah, right. And I'll show you what we're doing for our actual dinner tonight. So we did plan ahead. I mean, we kind of already had it planned for the week. So now we're here at a hotel. So I'll show you the room real quick and what we have. So again, shout out. Thank you so much, Lynette. You are amazing. Thanks for doing this for us. We so appreciate you. Excited to have a nice hot shower tonight. Be in a nice cold room. And then, you know, we'll get up in the morning and we'll have breakfast. And then we'll go back and hopefully everything is on tonight, so tomorrow we go back to the house and get to work. So, I'll start off with what we're eating. I'll show you the room in a little bit. We are hungry. I think it's after 6. So, this, y'all, if you didn't, make sure you tuned in to last Friday. We made unwitches. Aren't these so cute? So, yes, Heath went to Aldi and he got the romaine lettuce. And then he went to H-E-B and got 3 different kinds of meats and horseradish cheese. Shout out. I believe, Laura, you had horseradish cheese. So when you told me about that, I was like, oh, Heath, get some horseradish cheese. So we've got that. And then, of course, we never leave home without our red beds. And Texas 5 Spice. And then this is the coffee they have there. So that's the freebie. And then we got this tomato pesto, and it's clean ingredients. Ooh, that's a lot to read. But I know he read it before he bought it. It's clean. We've got some mayo. We've got avocados there. And that's Heath's sandwich. There's his jalapenos. And what we did, look, oh, there we go. Sorry, y'all. That looks good. And what we did, right? We brought, I don't really like this cutting board. I don't know, I like one that lays flat, but this kind of like, you know, we'll travel with it. If something happens to it, it's not like a huge loss like some of our big wooden ones. And, but I mean, this is nice, especially for traveling. I think it's like our travel board, or cutting board, I guess, our travel cutting board. And it is nice where, like, if you need to, like, serve it, see, it kind of folds up. So, that's nice, but it just doesn't lay flat, so sometimes that can be challenging cutting things. But, you know, hey, you got to do what you got to do here at a hotel, and when you're traveling, do the best you can, right? So I'm just grateful that we do have a nice cutting board to take with us anywhere. And then we did bring one of our knives downstairs. Since they serve breakfast and dinner, we were able to get silverware, except we did bring our own knife. And we brought our own avocados. We brought our own plates, but since they had plates, we just grabbed extras. And yeah, so we're all set for dinner. And I'm telling you, this looks way better than the chicken Alfredo or the nachos everybody was eating downstairs. I call this a win. So here we are. There's Delilah. She has not strayed more than a foot from me. She just now realized, oh my gosh, Mom, you got 2 feet away. Look, there's my foot. Sorry. I'm not a foot person, so I understand y'all. But there she is. There's Sam running all over. I think he wants to go back out. But here is our hotel room, y'all. So we've got nice TV and all. The bathroom's that way. And the bed. And then there's Heath.
Hey.
What are you drinking, Heath?
Mighty Mango, no, I'm sorry, Mystic Mango Synergy Kombucha.
Yeah, GTs. It was on Ibotta. If you bought 2, you got $1 cash back.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just got each one. Because actually you wanted me to get it in Aldi and they were sold out of that flavor you wanted.
Yeah. So here's the one. I had this one earlier and I thought it was so freaking good, the trilogy. So he got me another one and then he saw that one and got it.
I had no plan to buy my own, but I love mango, so I snagged it.
Well, and the special was, if you bought, I was making sure that wasn't like a crack. I think.
On your phone?
No, not my phone, the drink.
Oh.
I think that's just some of the stuff. But anyways, if you, I told him just to buy one, but the Ibotta thing was buy 2, you get $1 back. And so, yeah, we've got that. Look, we got our pork rinds, and this for probably tomorrow. But then we also brought some salsa. That's his drink holder from Dutch. And yeah, and of course we brought, you know, our bags with stuff like the pork rinds. We, of course, brought our drinks and brought, you know, all that stuff. And there's our cooler. They got a little tiny fridge here. And then, yeah, we got to take him out, y'all. So I'm going to go take him out, and I'll check with y'all tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be back in the house with power. Shout out again to Lynette. Thank you so much for doing this for us. We so appreciate you. You're amazing. Thank you so much, Lynette. Oh, I am so happy to be home, be working, and getting to eat my usual foods, right? Does anybody else, you get used to the food you eat? And so I feel like the past couple days we've ate out more than usual. And I feel like, you know, it's just not my usual. You know, I'm used to having my apple cider vinegar, used to having my avocados. And so I was really missing that, y'all. So yesterday we went out for brunch thanks to Mama Bear Lynette, and that was really good. I thought I recorded, but I'm not seeing it. But anyways, I got a 4-egg omelet with all of the meats. That was it. It was delicious. It was very filling. And then the night before, Tuesday night, which I don't know if I recorded that, but we went and had Buffalo Wild Wings because, again, the power was out Tuesday for dinner. And we could have probably ate something cold or ate in our car. But, yeah, it was BOGO at Buffalo Wild Wings, so we decided just to go there. So, now we're going to get back on track money-wise and health-wise. So, I've got here a salad. I've got bacon and ham and cheese, some of my ferments, some of my strawberry vinaigrette. I've got my avocado, and there's a jalapeno there, and some cheese. And then I'm going to finish off with almost a quart of milk kefir. And that's my lunch on this fine Thursday. Happy Friday, and it's raining yet again, y'all. Enjoying my coffee. It's a little after 10, and just, I missed my coffee. I mean, I do love Dutch, but like at the hotels, y'all, oh, the coffee was ugh. Like it was coffee because you need coffee, right? But it was not the tastiest of coffees at either hotel, right? Sorry. When we were at the Indigo, it was in our room, and I made that. It was Katz's coffee, but it was like a Keurig type machine. It was okay. Then the one yesterday, it was like Kelso at Durian. Never heard of Kelso. Kelso with whatever. But again, it was like, ugh. And yeah. So I'm happy to be back. This is the HEB Texas Pecan. It is delightful. And then plus adding my MCT and my butter, a little bit of heavy cream. So good. So I hope everyone is having a wonderful Friday. I'm super excited. I cannot wait. Tonight's a live. I'm excited for the live and excited, for the weekend's going to be fun. We're going to be going to have a dinner with Mom Bear Lynette tomorrow night. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then we'll have Heath's live MS Journey on Sunday. So if y'all are like, what do I do on a Sunday afternoon? Come join us on the live, y'all. It's fun. Heath will share about his MS Journey, and then we just talk about whatever. So can't wait to see everybody soon. Just a few hours. A Friday lunch, another ultimate salad. I've got some polyphenols, which are pumpkin seeds, and I've got olives stuffed with garlic, but that's like a double punch, and some blueberries. And then I also have here 3 different kinds of meat. So I've got bacon, I've got ham, I've got salami, and a salad mix. I've got my avocado on the side, and then I've got my pint of kefir that I'll be drinking. And yeah, that's lunch. I'm excited. Hey y'all, it's Saturday, and guess what we got here? It's our Dutch, thanks to the air frying auntie, Shauna, our great moderators. So thank you so much, Shauna. We so appreciate you.
Thank you.
And plus it was double points day, so
it's even better.
Win-win, right? Thank you again. We love having our Dutch drinks. Heath has his Heath Bro. And then I've got the white coffee with sugar-free red raz and sugar-free dark chocolate. And so, yes, this is delicious. Thank you again, Shauna. You're amazing. Thanks so much. Bye. And for our lunch, or my lunch, I have here a small skillet pizza. And then on the side, I've got a salad with our homemade strawberry vinaigrette. And, of course, an avocado and tomatoes. And that's the romaine that we got for our unwinches. So, going to enjoy this and then get ready for the rest of the day. Sunday lunch, and what I've got here is just a salad with some of that leftover lunch meat, and of course a large avocado on the side, and that's our strawberry vinaigrette. So Sunday night dinner, but y'all, I have to say, somebody wanted to go out to eat to Gringo's.
I still do, but somebody outvoted me.
That's right.
Party pooper.
So I got those steakums at Aldi yesterday, and what I did is I made quesadillas with them, y'all. And look how gooey, cheesy. I know it's really greasy too. And we added onions, the red bell pepper that we had, jalapenos, and mushrooms. Of course, lots of mozz. And then those steakums. And we had enough steakums, y'all. So we got the 15-ounce container from Aldi, and it's $4 and some change. So we got both of our meals tonight with the egg life. We had 4 egg lives left. Plus, there was enough of the meat left that Heath will have it for your lunch tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, y'all. And then on the side here, I've got our homemade mayo and some salsa, because I think that goes with the quesadilla. What do you think's a good sauce or whatever to go with the quesadilla? Happy Monday. Did you get your squats in? Yes, I did. So I've been varying up. So Saturday and Sunday, I did them in the afternoon. And I can tell you, it seemed like a struggle. I did it this morning, like, so typically what I do, like before Saturday, I wake up and I do it like right after I use the restroom, right? Excuse me. And like this morning, I was like, wait, I'm already on 50? Oh, heck. And it was just going really fast for me. So it's kind of different, right? Because supposedly if you do it in the afternoon, it's supposed to have impact your insulin better, like keep your insulin low, especially if you do it after a meal. But then I've heard working out on a fasted state is supposed to be really good. So I was fasted this morning. I'm still fasting. It is, oh my gosh, it's 12:30, y'all. Got my coffee. I was late getting my coffee today. I'm doing the exception processing this week, so I basically don't get up until I am done with all of that, and the goal is by 11, and today it was 11:30. There was just a few little boogers in there, or I should have got it done sooner. So yes, that is what is going on. I'm having my coffee, enjoying it as usual. This is the Texas Pecan by HEB. And then, of course, I've got my MCT, my butter, and I did do some heavy cream. So I'm going to try to fast all day today until tomorrow night. We'll see. I have truly feel like the last couple weeks I've been struggling with that, y'all. With the fasting, I have done a few like 24-hour or close to that fast. But doing more than 24, so I'm just trying to listen to my body, but I know part of it is mental too. I mean, I enjoy food. I know that's like my biggest thing is I enjoy food, like the taste, the experience, all of that. And it isn't that necessarily I'm not hungry and I'm eating. I just convince myself I'm hungry. So, I mean, I'm still, generally I only eat twice a day as it is. So it's not like I'm grazing all day. I'm not a grazer. I'm very much just like, I'm a meal person. Because to me, I don't want to graze because if I started doing that, like, then I'd probably just constantly be grazing. I do better having a nice big meal, and that's why sometimes I will do 24-hour fast. Like if we're going to go to a Brazilian, I'm like, I know I'm going to way overeat, so I try to do, you know, at least 24 hours so I could really enjoy having that bulk meal. And so I'm kind of like, I like to see all my food at once instead of spreading it out. So, you know, when it was the craze to eat 5-6 times a day, I kind of hated that because I was like, oh, okay, so I'm having this little granola bar now. Like, all that did was make me hungrier. And then, in a couple hours, you could have a muffin chili. Where I'm like, no, I kind of want my bacon, my eggs, and, you know, keto pancakes, I don't know, all together and have it as one meal. Or you see my salads, like, with it being summer, I'm loving the salads because I could just put everything I want in there. So, you know, my salads have, you know, not only the different types of greens, but I'll put the pumpkin seeds, I'll do my olives, my ferments, my whatever meat there is. It's typically bacon, but sometimes if we have like the lunch meat, putting that in there. If we have any berries, I'll put that in there. Just anything, basically kind of a sweep the kitchen salad. Like whatever I see, I throw in my salad, and I just enjoy that a lot. And then I enjoy the homemade vinaigrettes. I will be making more of those because someone amazing, Sherry, sent me actual bottles for our dressings. So I have currently 2 ferments I'm working on, and I want to turn those ferments directly into a fermented salad dressing or dressing. So just waiting for those to ferment, and then I'll have to film that. And I'm trying to think, I might just do like just a video saying 3 different fermented salad dressings and just show the 3 different ones. So like one of them's going to be using celery. So I'm thinking kind of a green goddess type. Another one is bell peppers. So maybe kind of a spicy, and then a sweet potato one. So just doing like 3, and then you'll kind of get the idea of, I mean, it's pretty easy because you just take your ferments and a little bit of the fermenting juice and whatever fat you prefer, like avocado oil, or I probably wouldn't do coconut oil because when you put it in the fridge, it's going to harden up. So an olive oil or avocado oil, just depending on, you know, olive oil will have that flavor come through. So if you want that type of flavor, so like if you're doing an Italian dressing, olive oil would be really good with that. But if you're doing something like sweet potato, you might want something more mild like an avocado oil because then it won't be so strong. But yeah, I'll be putting that together hopefully soon and getting that video out. And then I did release, or I am filming about the Zogo, that financial app that I talked about last week, where you basically earn money by learning all about money. And so I'm doing like a walkthrough. I did a walkthrough on how to use it, what the test kind of looked like. And then I'm doing another one just showing how you actually sign up. Well, it'll be all together. So I'm thinking instead of putting that in the Warden report, I might do a standalone video on that. And then that way it'll be quicker to find if you're like in the future, you're like, okay, let me go find that, right? And then it'll be there. So let me know what y'all think. And I got to get back to work. It's a busy, busy Monday. So y'all, you see this? She's laying on both of those blankets. I mean, she does it on purpose. So then Sam gets all perturbed and he'll just like go and lay in the hall or lay right by the door here and just kind of pout. He'll keep coming up to me, nosing me and being like, Mom, I can't lay up on blankets. So I picked this up because it was turned upside down because of him. He wouldn't lay on it. So I got it and, you know, reversed it, laid it out where, see, it's next to the red now. And then he was like, okay, I can lay on that. But he still had to get some on the red. Aren't they hilarious? It's just so funny to me. And it was so cute. A moment ago, she was snoring and wagging her tail. So cute. So, yes, look at them. I mean, it's a hard life. You know, obviously, that's why they're so exhausted, because trying to find just the perfect mat and how to lay on it, that's a lot of work. I'd be exhausted too. Look at them. They're just so cute. And lunch today is a salad with an avocado. Just seems to be my go-to this summer. Last night I did break my fast. We ended up, I know y'all will be shocked, but we ended up going to Gringo's because we had rewards, and so I just got a salad there as well. It's kind of been my go-to at Gringo's, is just the Cabo salad. It's really good, very refreshing and cool. And we'd also got a queso. That's Heath's favorite thing, I think. But the chicharrones kept tasting very stale. Finally, the manager came out because we, sent it back. They looked a little funky and tasted stale. The manager came out and he said, oh, it's their new supply that they're getting. He said they're not stale, but yeah, they're not as good as who they got them from before. So they're probably, they want to switch back, but it's a supply thing. So anyways, he ended up comping the queso, so it was a win-win for us. $5 off and a free queso. Whoop, whoop. So we just had to pay for our salads, which, again, it was very refreshing. I love that Cabo salad because it's like the perfect, it's their version of Cobb salad. And a Cobb salad is really good because you get, a good amount of greens, and then you get the meat, avocado, theirs has avocado on it, olives, which are a great fat source, and then cheese, more protein there, also bacon and eggs. So plenty of bacon, good amount of fat. The only downside is the dressing, which is one of their salsas. It's called the Amazon. I'm sure it has seed oils in it, y'all. So that's the only downside with it. I guess in the future, I could be proactive and bring my own dressing. But, I mean, we're not supposed to be eating out this much. And I know that's just what's going on lately. I don't know what's wrong with us. So we're going to try to do better, y'all. That's all I can say. So here's my salad for lunch today. And we really do enjoy eating at home. So I don't know. Give me your thoughts. What's wrong with this? Hey, y'all. So I'm listening to an interesting conversation with a Dr. Will Bulsiewicz, Bulsiwicz. I'm sure I mispronounced that. But anyways, he is a gastroenterologist and considered a gut health specialist. Really interesting talk. Not only is he talking about the importance of fiber when it comes to our gut health and overall health, a couple of key things that I've heard so far. I'm only 45 minutes into this conversation, but anyways, he was talking about that certain fibers actually feed the anti-inflammatory biome in your gut. And so if you're not feeding those, then you have a chance of having higher inflammation in your body. And so by feeding those, then like they studied athletes and stuff and said, by having those anti-inflammatories, that they actually help break down any inflammation that happens. So, like for example, the athletes, when they get hurt, they tend to heal a lot quicker because they are eating the fiber that feeds these anti-inflammatories. So I thought that was really interesting. And again, when it comes to, like they were talking about athletes and so forth, they have found in studies where exercise goes hand in hand with your gut biome, because what exercise does is it basically increases how it interacts, how the different fiber interacts with your gut biome. It kind of motivates that to work better. And he was talking about how, when you're highly inflammatory or you're eating all these processed foods, all of these seed oils, that you kind of feel like sluggish and down and kind of antisocial, and sometimes your mental health isn't as great, and it's because your body's kind of telling you, hey, we need to, like if you have a cold, you want to go somewhere where you can rest and let your body heal itself. So I thought that was really interesting, and I think that kind of goes hand in hand with this month, all of us that are participating in the squat challenge, especially if you're someone who doesn't do a lot of working out. I'm excited to see if you notice any benefits by working out and, of course, eating anti-inflammatory foods, and how that, changes things. And what he was saying, and I know I brought this up before when I heard it on Mindy Pell's, but here's another doctor, different doctor, not on his channel. I've never heard of this channel. It just popped up, because I'm always reading about gut health. He was saying, brace yourself, because I know from last time, some of y'all might have hit a nerve, as they say. He says, but studies have shown you need a diversity of 30 plant foods in a week, not a day, a whole week. You should have diversity of 30 different. Now this isn't just vegetables, it's fruits, it's nuts, seeds, spices. Ooh, sorry, something. So like, we eat a lot of spices. We like our various spices will have like the Texas 5 spice. That's 4 different chili peppers. That's 4 right there, y'all. Some of our like taco seasoning, I think, has something like 8 different spices. And so when you're like, oh, there's no way I could eat 30, look at how many spices that you use, because that counts towards it. And I actually got curious, and so I listed out just over the past week all of the different vegetables I've eaten. So like the salad mix that I just got the other day, and common salad mixes I get have anywhere from 5 to 8 different types of greens. So right there, quick and easy. Garlic. I mean, I eat the whole garlics, the stuffed olive garlics, garlic seasoning, fresh garlic minced up, that counts. Olives, pumpkin seeds, I've been doing that to up my magnesium. There we go. Cabbage, even the fermented cabbage, jalapenos, mushrooms. We've been eating strawberries since they've been in season. Avocado oil, avocado, apple cider vinegar, onions, fennel. The kohlrabi, carrots. I like to have my fermented carrots. Cauliflower, we're planning on having that like tomorrow. Peanut butter. I have been having a little peanut butter, y'all. Coffee counts. Blueberries. So like if you're eating raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, there's 4 right there in a week, not in a day, a week. Tomatoes, he loves his tomatoes. Asparagus, we're going to have asparagus tonight. Bell peppers, we cooked that the other day. We had bell peppers. Celery, like all of these things, it adds up. Like you think, and right there's 30 if you're including all the spices. Right there's easily 30, y'all. So I know it sounds like a big number, and even the guy who was interviewing him was like, oh, like I'm just used to eating my 5. He's like, yeah, but there's spices and all these other things. And he does suggest, so y'all that are like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to improve my gut health, so I know a lot of us are on that same journey. He even says, don't try to make this change in a week. He said even 4 weeks. Like it takes about 4 weeks for your gut biome to acclimate and improve. But he's like, he tells most people, do this change slowly over like 6 months to a year. And I feel like that's where I've been. It was about a year ago, actually, I think this month, that I started then incorporating kefir and fermented vegetables. And I started slow. And that's what he's mentioning, is just start slow, but slowly do that. And so it's a really interesting talk, and interesting how, he's talking about the mind and gut connection, which I've heard that before, and the connection with, just getting these certain things in. And then he's talking about also how, all the processed food and the seed oils. Again, another doctor who's not in the keto sphere. I don't know if he's plant-based or what. He hasn't said it, so I'm guessing 45 minutes in if you haven't said it. But anyways, again, somebody else. And I know some of us are like, oh, I don't care about seed oils. I think they're fine. I'm not on that impression. I'm hearing more and more people, more and more doctors from various communities, various health, talk against seed oils. I know personally, like all this eating out, I could tell I'm inflamed. I could tell I'm puffy. I could tell that, it has messed with my gut. That's why I keep saying I need to stop eating out, because I know it's not actually that good for me. Even though it's not a lot, I feel like it doesn't work well with my body to do those. And, you know, because my body is still healing, and it's just kind of putting a halt on things when my body's like, oh, good, you gave me the great foods. Now I can start healing. And then I eat something crappy, and it's like, whoa, why did you do that? Oh my gosh, now I got to go fix this before I can fix all of that because you decided to have some kind of crappy seed oil today. So I just think it's interesting. As always, I want to hear your thoughts on it. Have you heard of this doctor before? Again, he's a renowned gastroenterologist, and he's considered a gut health expert. And he is some kind of best-selling author known about gut health. So I think it's very interesting. You know, that's my main goal here, is to get gut healthy. As he has mentioned, you know, a lot of a healthy gut is preventative medicine for other things like your aches, your pains, your brain health later in life. And he's like, yeah, when you're young, in your 20s and 30s, you can often get away with eating some of this crap food, but it's going to, as you get older, it's going to really play a part in things. And I think as we learn more and more about gut health, it's going to come out more and more how important it is to have a healthy gut and for overall health. So instead of focusing on, oh, I got to drop this weight, or I got to, you know, just watch my insulin, like we really need to be focusing on how do we get our gut healthy so that we don't end up getting dementia or any type of mental illness like depression, because he was talking about how he had depression at one point because he was eating fast food all the time, and he's a doctor, but he was like, you know, he just didn't feel like it. And then it's like this vicious circle where you're like, well, I know that's not healthy for me, but I don't feel like doing anything else, so I'm just going to eat that, which is going to make me feel bad, it's going to make me sad, which is going to make me just do it again, right? And I hear that a lot from friends that have depression and other mental issues. Is it's like cognitively they know, yeah, getting that fast food meal isn't going to be healthy for me, but I just don't have the ability to do anything else because it, again, the body, the gut is so unhealthy. It's like telling them, oh no, like I don't want to do that. Let's just rest. We're sick. We are sick. And that's what the body's trying to tell people is, we're sick. We're sick. You need to rest. You need to do this stuff. Clean us out. And that's part of the reason why I do try to also fast, because I know that that's the quickest and easiest way to kind of heal inflammation and to get out those things. So I'm going to go back to listen. There's still about another hour left of this interview. But I thought it was interesting, and I want to hear from y'all. What do you think? Have you heard of him before? And how do you feel you are when it comes to getting that diversity in? And is this something that you want to slowly start increasing in your, your health journey? Like, do you want to start saying, well, let me see, I've tried this before for months on end, whatever it may be, and I haven't really seen results. Maybe I should focus on gut health and start doing some of these things that the experts are talking about. So let me know. I'm always excited to hear from y'all. And, I'm just on here sharing my personal journey and what I'm doing for my personal gut health. I know we all are like N=1, and you have to figure out what makes you feel the best mentally, physically, the best, right? And what will get you there. And so just excited to hear this, and I love hearing all of your stories and what you're doing that helps you, because I see all kinds of different reactions on like on other channels. I'll go skim the comments, and so it's always interesting to me, some of the comments I read and what people are thinking about. The other thing I want to mention earlier, I was listening to I know I butcher her name, but Mayim, who was on, you know who I'm talking about, Mayim. You know who she is. She used to be a actress, and then she got an actual neuroscientist degree. Anyways, she has a podcast, and I'll listen, sometimes if I see an interesting guest. The one I just listened to was with Scott Galloway. Have you heard of him? So he's in the financial sphere, and it was interesting too. He seems a little dry to me, right? But I think his approach, so he kind of had a more of a philosophical financial approach to things, understanding like his privilege and being where he's at and the choices we make, and then the psychology kind of around, consumerism. And then they even talked about the GLP-1, so those different drugs that people now are taking, and they talked about it in this episode too with this Dr. Bulsiewicz. I can't do these things. Anyways, they talked about it, and I thought it was both of their perspectives were pretty good. This one, the gastroenterologist actually says if you have a healthy gut, the stuff that's in GLP-1 is actually in healthy guts. So if you have a healthy gut, you don't need that drug because your body naturally produces that stuff. It's like, oh, that's interesting. The other guy, Galloway, what he was saying is he could see the benefits of those drugs, but it's very expensive, and it just shows, like, here's the kind of philosophical part. It shows how a lot of big companies, which I think a lot of us here know about, right? A lot of big companies are kind of responsible, however you want to use that word, for the obesity in our country and around the world, because it pushes that consumer, hey, you got to consume this newest flavor Doritos, this newest diet, or this newest soda flavor, or eat all this stuff, right? And so because he was talking about how it's huge money for people to have diabetes, for people to be overweight and all this stuff associated with that. And these big companies contributed to that. And then now these medicines coming out, those same companies are actually backing those medicines. So it's like, no matter what, they're getting our money. So I like the approach, like with Dr. Gastroenterologist, I won't butcher his name again, what he's saying, hey, if you just get your gut healthy with natural foods, like you don't need to go buy any special product, spend thousands of dollars a month on a pill or a shot. If you just get your gut healthy, it will naturally do this stuff. So I like both of those. Again, I can't wait to read your comments on it and your thoughts. For Tuesday night dinner, it's kind of a made-up dish. It's sausage, onions, jalapenos, mushrooms, and an herbed cauliflower rice. And then we used a new sauce, and then I topped it with some pumpkin seeds and Parmesan. And then here's the sauce. I'm excited. So this is kind of a test recipe. So we're putting out a short on it that just was released last night. Please go watch. And we should be doing a standalone video on this soon as well. As long as it turns out okay. I think it will, because look at that. Doesn't that look good? And that is another week of the Warden Report, y'all. Like, crazy, isn't it? Ooh, wow. Sorry about the lighting there. I'll probably have some of my kefir after I eat my main meal. But anyways, after my main meal, I'll have some kefir, and then I'm going to try to just do OMAD tomorrow and see how that goes, right? So yeah, everything is going well. And then look, you can see back there, see that blue thing? That's that stem bug light. I think it's working pretty good. I don't know. You know what I've noticed? And let me know if you have issues with like flies and stuff. Whenever it rained really bad last week, all of a sudden, like all of these flies showed up like right after the rain. So I don't know if that has something to do with it, but we bought some, what's it called? Like crack fill or something? Anyways, it's where you put it on the exterior part of your home. If there's any like cracks or anything to, you know, you're supposed to do that around, you're supposed to check that around your windows and everything every year.
Great stuff.
Great stuff. That's the name, y'all. So we got some, and last week before the whole electricity thing, I went around all of the house, outside, front, and back, and anywhere I saw gaps other than, you know, like homes have built-in like gaps. Like I noticed on the front by the windows, about every window had two at the base, at the
Weep holes.
What are they called?
Weep holes.
Weep holes?
W-E-E-P.
Oh, weep holes. They're at the base of the house. We have a brick veneer house. And so, of course, I didn't fill in those, right? Because I know the house has to breathe. But, like, if I saw where trimming had kind of come away or caulking, then I, you know, filled it out. Definitely not going to be putting my services for a charge on Facebook. The job honestly looked a little, it looked like amateur hour. Let's just say that, right? So... probably need to go out there and, I don't know, I'm supposed to cut some of it down. I don't know. Anyways, at least the stuff is sealed. So hopefully that will help. And then I was cleaning, you know, the windows on the outside. So I don't know. I know part of it is because we have dogs. So we're constantly opening the door, you know, 50 times a day. Because they're like, oh, I know I just went out, but I want to go out again. So I know that's part of it. And of course, we live in a kind of a wooded area, so I'm sure that's part of it. And all the rain and everything. So anyways, we'll see. I got the stem thing. That's what that unit is called for inside the house. Kroger had it where it was on sale, plus you got $10 back. And then on iBody, you got $10 back. So it's basically free. So I did that. So far, I think it's working well. I don't know. Anyhow, let me know what are your suggestions when it comes to that. But thank you all so much for watching this week. I'm going to put a video here in case you missed it. Because I noticed as of right now, there hasn't been too many views on it. But yesterday, I released a video on Zogo. That's the financial app I talked about last week. So I am going to put that as the video. Please go and watch it if you haven't and leave us a comment. And thank you all so much. Please stay tuned to see all of our wonderful channel members. Thank you all so much for your continued support. And hopefully this month's cook along. I'm looking forward to that. I haven't set a date yet. So I just like kind of putting together a recipe and I got to test it and everything. But yeah, thank you all so much. I've rambled on enough. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week. See you on the Friday night feast. Bye.